Peace, family. This your brother, Mr. Holip. Sorry I'm late. Was feeding my face. Um, Anybody out there? Let's see. I always forget to mute this damn thing. Oh, we got Monsieur Muhammad and Deonte For. Peace to the both of you. Today's show is White Daddy and Black Child. Message to Black Power Americans and militant integrationists. If you're living in a land where you're letting your so-called enemy, in quotes, provide food, clothing, shelter, electricity, gas, running water, and a waste management system for you, and you don't own or control any of those things, then guess what? That isn't your enemy. That's your father. And I got a quote from that movie, Oh Brother, Where Art Thou? It says, "You ain't no kind of man if you ain't got land." Peace, Richard Victor Dixon. Peace, Kofi. Peace, Mr. Cat. Peace, the Golden Flamer. Peace to everybody. Now, why did I do this show? I did this show basically out of frustration because it feels like we keep going around and around and around and around, and we just avoid the solution to our collective problem so we can come up with another show topic or another thing to talk about. And it's just frustrating. Today was a rough day for me because just on a personal level, just missing a lot of people that are now no longer in my life, you know? And just thinking about that, thinking about these personalities that have shaped me and shaped the way that I think and shaped my ideology. And I miss them. I miss them. I don't have to go into names because most of y'all know all of them. But just having a moment today where I was just missing all of their energy. And it becomes extremely frustrating dealing with um, people who are actively avoiding solution oriented content and material. Peace, Nico Reed. Peace, Complex Sin. Peace, Dawood. One of the things that annoy me more than anything, and to get back to the topic of the show, is the term "the white man is the devil." I hear the white man is the devil. This is the cracker, the this, the that, the beast, da 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 da. And I don't know if anybody's ever said this openly, because maybe this is not a popular thing to say. But all of you motherfuckers that say that the white man is the devil is full of shit if you live in here in America. I propose that you don't even fucking believe what you're saying. You're saying it because it's like tape recorder type stuff that you've been hearing all these years that you just keep repeating back and forth, but you don't really believe it. You don't really believe it. You don't believe the white man is the devil. Come on, you don't. You don't. You know why I can prove you don't? Because who would let the devil feed them? Who would let the devil be in control of the water supply? Peace. What's up, Davies? Peace, Dundada. Peace, NBC Merc. Why would you let somebody who you call the devil control your food supply? Somebody that you say is the cracker, the demon, the all of these other names you got for him, but you let him control every aspect of your reality. Like I said, if you're living in a land where you're letting your so-called enemy provide food because black folks don't produce their own food that they eat, your clothing because black folks don't produce the materials to make their damn clothes, your shelter because black folks ain't building no buildings and houses, the electricity and electrical lines which black folks don't own, the gas and the gas pipes which black folks don't own. Like I said, the water supply, having running water which black folks don't own, and a way for you to manage your waste. Another thing that black folks don't own. But yet you want to sit up here and talk about the white man and the devil and the cracker and the this, the that, the that. And I'm supposed to believe that you believe that the guy that you giving complete and total control over the infrastructure, your social, economic, and political existence is the devil. Nigga, you a liar. You a liar. You don't believe that. And it took a while for me to really understand that I've been bullshitted all of my life. I really have. I've been bullshitted all of my life by people who claim that the white man is the enemy. They don't believe the white man is the enemy. In fact, it's the opposite. They love the white man. You have to love him. You have to love him. How can you the Hebrew and I'm talking about everybody, the Hebrew Israelites, everybody that's got some fucking story about how the white man is some type of demon or some spiritual negative energy. Da 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 da. Da. I ain't trying to hear any of that shit. You're all full of shit. Because you will allow this man that you call your enemy to take care of your social, economic, and political context. You would rather have him in control than to have yourself in control. And the proof is in the pudding, y'all. How many people have joined the BAIO compared to the vast majority of black people here in America? Fuck joining. How many people actually believe in the principles of the BAIO? You don't even have to join. Do you actually believe that black folks should control their social, economic, and political context? That black folks should have land? That black folks should control the infrastructure? That black folks should have a nation of their own? Do you even believe that? No. But yet you're going to try to convince somebody that you believe the white man is your enemy. No, 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 no. You know what your enemy is? You know who your enemy is? And this is funny because it's all across the spectrum. I was thinking about this, man. I was thinking about this yesterday. I was thinking about it today. All across the spectrum, you will see that there's this game going on where people are trying to present an enemy and try to make you think that they're in some battle with somebody else, when in actuality, their enemy is within. Who do you think the Black Power American and the Militant Integrationist hates more than anybody? Who's the real devil to a Black Power American and a Militant Integrationist? Is it the white man who they allow to control their entire existence? Or is it, can you guess? The black nationalists and the African Senate progressive. That's who the Black Power American and the Militant Integrationist hates more than anybody. And anybody that has decided that they're going to align themselves with the BAIO, am I lying? If you've identified yourself as a nationalist, it's almost like the equivalent of coming out the closet as a gay person to these people. You have set yourself up to be attacked. Like Fatty Black, me and Fatty Black be talking. He be trying to, talk to these people and present this concept of nationhood to these Black Power Americans. And what do you get, Fatty? Resistance, resistance, and hostility with the resistance. Not just resistance and I have a different point of view. No, I'm going to try to destroy your point of view because that's how much I disagree with it. Like you said, complete pushback. Of course. And anybody else in this group, anybody else in this chat room, if you tried to be open about your nationhood or your nationalism, you're going to get pushback. You're going to get pushback from your friends. You're going to get pushback from your family. I have family members right now that's not talking to me because I want land infrastructure nationhood. So I can't. They've made the decision that I can't be talked to as a family member because I want a nation of my own. I know it sounds crazy, but it's the truth. Minister DeWoo can tell you. You want to get cut off. You want to get blocked. You want people to act brand new on you. Tell them that you want a nation of your own. Tell them that you want land infrastructure nationhood. Tell them that you want total socioeconomic and political control over the context of your reality and see what happens. So, no, you don't think the white man is the devil. You think Holip is the devil. You think the BAIO is the devil. You think black nationalists is the devil. You think African centered progressives are the devil. Why? Because we want a land of our own. We want complete and total control over our reality. And we're not going to leave our reality in the hands of somebody that's supposed to be our fucking enemy and feel comfortable with it. I mean, people in the BAIO that live in America are not claiming to be exempt from anything that I'm talking about. We're still under the socioeconomic and political domination of white folks. We just happen to know that and we want something different. We're not saying that we're some special type of black people. We living in this shit just like you are. The only difference is we know we in the crack house. You in denial. That's the reason why you fight us. Because when we sitting up here going, yo, nigga, we need to get our own land. Nah, motherfucker, what you talking about? We was here first in this prison. We were the first prisoners. We can't leave the jailhouse. That would be disrespecting the prisoners that was there before us. I mean, it sounds funny, but it's the truth. This is the mentality that you're dealing with. Vic Shepard, peace. Designs by Regina, peace. Who else? Who did I miss? John Thomas, peace. Isaac K, peace. Silent Thriller, peace. Yeah. Richard Victor says it's really retarded. With all the problems we have, we are still one of the most powerful groups in the world. Most people have completely nothing in the world. We have the skills and money to go. Exactly. If we had a functional black um society, I won't say nation, but a functional I should no, I won't even say society, a functional black think tank, you know what we would have been doing? Rather than going through all of this integration and all this other bullshit and this civil rights nonsense, you know what we would have been doing? We would have been getting together our people of like mind. We would have been gathering our professionals, getting them all together and forming a team to go over to a piece of land and territory to survey it, make sure that that's the piece of land that we want, and then slowly start occupying that land. This is what we would be doing right now if you had people that actually was interested in black power. This is what we would be doing as a people, as a collective. And we wouldn't be all getting up and leaving and going to Africa. All we need is a select group of people to go over and survey and scout the land and determine which particular piece of territory we're going to start occupying. Which African government are we going to start working with? Wilsonian, Garveyite. The Jews did it with Israel. Yeah, I've been saying that for years, dog. Years. But it's like these shows have to continue to be told, we have to continue to do these live streams because apparently people haven't gotten the message. Apparently people have not gotten this message. I look at my timeline on Facebook and I still see bullshit. I still see us talking. I still see that the major energy in our so-called community or demographic seems to be about show topics. What show topic am I going to come up with next? Let's see. Uh, ugly black women versus pretty black women. Ugly black dudes versus handsome black dudes. Um, I mean, whatever. Just think of anything that has to do with our current context and all the bullshit that we're dealing with now. Yo, black women are gold diggers. Black men only want to date white women. Oh, my favorite is this. Breaking news: a white person called somebody a nigger. Well, we have breaking news. A black man has been called a nigger by a white man in America. And I'm going to make a show telling you everything about that. We have our man in the street with a report on a black girl who got called a nigger by a white woman. Film at 11. This is the shit. This is the shit that people want. This is the stuff that people are going to support. This is the stuff that will get you money from GoFundMe, from Patreon, from PayPal. These are the topics that the people want. I ain't mention no names, but apparently Wilsonian Garveyite knows who I'm talking about. And it's not about individuals. I don't want to make this seem as if it's about anybody in particular. But my thing is, when are we going to start getting fucking serious, man? Why is it that there's people that know me and know everything that I'm about and have not signed up to the BAIO yet? Why? Why? Have not signed up to the BAIO, have not reached out to anybody in their local area. Signing up is just a way to say I support land, infrastructure, nationhood. Nobody's asking you for money. Hell, we haven't even had a lot of meetups. We want meetups, but we're not forcing people to meet up. You know what I'm saying? We can't force anybody to do anything. We just suggest that maybe it would be nice to know people of like mind in your area. I mean, call me crazy, but yeah, Deonte, that's what it is. They don't truly believe that we should have land infrastructure nationhood. Most of the people who hear this stuff and really believe in nationhood have signed up and are constantly reaching out, talking to um, people, but be it in their own neighborhood or just in general. You know what I'm saying? Trying to be proactive in this nationhood thing. Who wants to be a moderator? Oh, wait. I think I saw Dendada, but I don't see him now, so he might not be here. Anybody want to be a mod? I usually like to let the sisters be the mods, but I can have a brother be a mod. Oh, Dendada's there. Okay, good. Yeah, I'm gonna let you handle the approvals and shit. And I know Dawood is probably on the move. He's probably listening while he's hammering something or doing some work. Oh, Kofi, yes. Don't worry, I'll do that right now, brother. Not a problem. Not a problem. But yeah, back to the topic. These Negroes do not believe all this stuff about the white man being the devil. I was being bullshitted all of my life. They don't believe the white man is the devil. As a matter of fact, every time I hear somebody saying the white man is the devil, I'm going to start calling them on their bullshit. Before I used to let people get away with it because it sounds good. It sounds like you're really black when you say, you know, fuck these crackers, these white men, yeah, 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 yeah. While you go right back to the what? The apartment building that you don't fucking own, drinking that running water that he's providing for you, taking a shit and flushing your toilet so he can go through his waste management system. Every fucking thing we do in this country is controlled by somebody else. But we're the crazy ones because we want something of our own. We don't have the ability to have a waste management system. There's not enough intelligent black people that we can't develop that. We can't have electrical lines or electrical lines underground and overhead. What? That's just complicated shit that only white people and Chinese can do. What? We can't have gas pipes. We can't have all of these systems, transportation systems, all of this stuff. We can't have trucks that can clean up snow. Every goddamn thing we do in this country, well, not we do. Everything we have in this country is provided by white people and maintained by white people. And you live under their structure being taken care of by them like a fucking teenager in their fucking house. And you're gonna try to sell me that this is your enemy? This is your enemy. Really? Seriously, nigga? I'm calling bullshit. I'm calling bullshit. And I want you to get Mr. Super Black dude who talking about the crack of this and the white man that's living here in America and put him on a show with me. That's all I'll say. And I'll let you see what happens. Put him on a show with me. If you're living here in America, you don't want your well, let's just say you're not a member of the BAIO, but you live here in America and you hate the cracker. I want you to come on this show. I want to do a live stream with you so you can explain that position, that ass backwards bullshit position that you don't even fucking believe. I tell it like at the beginning, I don't know if people were here at the beginning, but I said I was just in a strange place this morning, man. Um, I was thinking heavily about my boy Dev. I was thinking heavily about my boy Jelani. I was thinking heavily about Dev's mom. Me and his mom were really close. I was thinking heavily about my mom. I'm thinking heavily about all that generation of people who are basically almost gone now. My mom and all of her siblings are gone except for one. So it kind of put me in a strange head place today. And that's why I wanted to do this show. Because I think at this particular point in the game, I just want to say whatever is on my mind. You know what I mean? I want to say whatever the truth is, and I really don't give a fuck about anybody's feelings about it as long as it's true. And I know a lot of people got hurt when I put, because this show was based on a post that I put on Facebook. And that's not easy. That's a deep cut right there. Let me read it again. I'll read it again. Message to Black Power Americans and militant integrationists. If you're living in a land where you're letting your so-called enemy, in quotes, provide food, clothing, shelter, electricity, gas, running water, and a waste management system for you, and you don't own or control any of those things, then guess what? That isn't your enemy. That's your father, nigga. And how dare you raise your voice in your daddy's house? How dare you? How dare you question the manner in which he provides all of the things that you live up under? And you don't do shit. How? How is he your enemy? If anything, he's running the house pretty well for you. Why? Because you don't want to fucking lead it. I made this analogy before, and I think the analogy is perfect. Black folks in America are like the rebellious teenager inside of their parents' house. They talk a lot of shit. They got a lot of problems. They are constantly fighting and arguing with their parents, but they don't want to fucking leave the house. Because if they was really rebellious, if they was really, I won't even say rebellious because that's a bullshit term anyway, rebellious. If they were really adults, you know what they would do? Or if they thought that they were grown, they would leave their parents' house and get their own apartment. At least start off with that. Pay some rent, live in, get your own place. But no, you're gonna stay in this house arguing with your parents and then trying to convince everybody else that your parents are the enemy. Sorry, not falling for it no more. So all this white man is the devil, kill whitey, cracker, this, da da da. Shut the fuck up, nigga. You live in America and you're not a member of the BAIO. You don't believe in land, you don't believe in infrastructure, and you damn sure don't believe in nationhood. What you believe in is running your fucking mouth and allowing somebody else to take care of you. As long as daddy and mommy can provide a bed for you to be in and make you a meal so you can sit up at their fucking dinner table, with your attitude. Like I said, you're like a fucking teenager. You're not interested in having shit of your own, but you got a lot of fucking mouth. Well, what I'm wondering is, when are you going to grow up? Or how many people have grown up, or how many people feel that, yeah, you know what? I think I can handle having a house of my own. I think I can handle that. I don't need to be up under y'all no more because being up under y'all is restrictive. I can't really do what I want to do because you guys are there, preventing and stopping me from doing everything. You telling me I got to come home at this time, I got a curfew, blah, 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 blah. If I didn't have to deal with your bullshit, I can be free. I can have my own house. I can come and go when I want to. I can do whatever the fuck I want to do in it, and nobody can't say anything because I'm paying the rent. If I'm renting, or if I happen to get lucky enough to own something, then shit, you really can't say nothing. I'm just wondering though. I mostly feel like I'm preaching to the choir. I really do. And that's not a bad thing because for me, I think that there's enough of us who are of like mind to actually get this thing done. And we're in the process of doing that. We're gonna go to Africa, you know, we're gonna make some connections. That's already in the plan. That's already in the work. So it's not like I'm complaining like this is hopeless, because I know it's not hopeless. I'm just frustrated because I'm tired of seeing constantly the same fucking bullshit or just a different spin on bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Bear with me, y'all, for 1 second. I will be right back. Sorry for the delay. I'm back. Yo, not gonna stay on long, but I want to ask you guys. There was a show. There's a show on Netflix. It's like a documentary by Killer Mike. I really think that y'all should check that show out. I was looking at it today, and I looked at the first episode. And on the first episode, basically what he wanted to do was, he said it was for, I believe, 3 days. He wanted to just live black. In other words, he couldn't use any product or anything that was from white people, and he had to basically live black. And you know, the funny part is, it's not really funny, but he basically had to starve himself, and he ended up sleeping on a park bench. And the ironic part is, he probably shouldn't have slept on the park bench, because that wasn't owned by black people either. Think about that. Oh, Kofi, you saw it? Yeah, he starved himself, basically. He had to get rid of, he said his whole entire refrigerator was white. He couldn't even buy weed because he couldn't get the weed from anybody that produced it black. Complex, he might as well have been. He might as well have been. Well, they did. Oh, Isaac K. They do have black-owned toilet paper. He did. He was able to find that, and that does exist. I actually think, in terms of products, you can find a black person that makes toothpaste, um, washing detergent, fabric softener. You can find black folks that make that shit. It's not easy, and they probably gonna not be cheap because there's no way for them to really sell it in bulk. But you can find it. It's just that we don't support that, or we don't really have anybody that actually. Well, let me not make that statement. There are people that actually are trying to show you black products and do stuff like that. But the problem is we're so fucking scattered all over the place, and we don't operate and move as a collective, as a nation. Let's say we had our own land, we wouldn't even be having this discussion. I remember when me and Neo were talking about going to Rwanda. And Neo, because he's so used to being here in America, he said, well, if we go to Rwanda, we got to make sure that we go to a black owned blah, 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 blah. And Neo's a bright guy, but he's just like me. Sometimes you slip. I had to say, yo, Neo, it's a black nation. We don't have to go and look for a black business. Black people own the nation. But see, we're so used to being here in America that we don't even understand that concept. And keep in mind, we consider ourselves black nationalists and African centered progressive, but even we slip up. Why? Because we're living in the fucking crack house. It's very hard not to at least get a contact if you got everybody fucking around you smoking. I'm missing some of the comments. Uh, do, do, do. Deonte For says to Fatty Black, correct me if I'm wrong, but you can't create a new financial system in a country you're not in control of. Right. Do you know how many non-black business owners in Africa? Is that who? Wait, I don't know who he's talking to. Are you kidding me? Do you know in how many non-black business owners in Africa? What does that have to do with Rwanda? Because I was talking about Rwanda. If you're a non-black business owner in Rwanda, who are you paying taxes to? If there's Turkish, Arabs, Chinese, Lebanese, and they're in Rwanda, who are they paying taxes to? Hello? MKT King. I'm asking you that question. If those groups are operating businesses, because there are white people operating hotels in Rwanda. Who are they paying taxes to? You notice that niggas can never answer the question, and I'm getting ready to block your bitch ass if you don't. You better start typing an answer to my fucking question. If you are another ethnic group in a country that's controlled by black people, who are you paying your taxes to? Just like I thought, you fucking bitch. Goodbye, faggot ass nigga. Anybody else? Anybody else? Dumbass nigga. That's it. See, these are the niggas that come in here thinking that this white man is God bullshit. White man is Thanos. Now he got a problem with Paul Kagame because Paul Kagame actually runs his fucking country. So like I said, it's what we were talking about before. The only way you can be down, the downest nigga in these niggas' mentality is a homeless motherfucker. Every time black folks build up something in Africa this developed, the common consensus is, well, we gotta tear this motherfucking down because he's trying to be like a European. So the only thing that's real is broke motherfuckers and non-developed land. Faggot ass niggas, man. You better get the fuck out of my cipher. For real. Homeless dudes, yeah. Homeless dudes is the realest black people out here. Because anytime we want to have a nation state, like you said, Isaac K, they don't want a powerful nation state. The moment we get a powerful nation state, they always think that there's some white man behind it. Why? Because the white man is Thanos. White man has all the infinity jewels, infinity stones. He controls everything. No matter what we build up, he's going to tear down. You sound like a bitch. Why do you even bother going outside? I'm happy that niggas like this show they fucking face in these forums because all it does is just prove my point. All it does is just prove my point. And then the fucking, you know what the crazy part is? The motherfuckers got a problem. If there's a white person in Rwanda that has a hotel, or a Chinese person, or any other ethnic group that has a hotel or some business in Rwanda, you got a problem with that. But yet you live in fucking America where you don't control shit. So don't give me that imaginary line in the sand, nigga. You fake ass lying nigga. You don't give a shit about controlling anything because you live in here. Paul Kagame has his own nation, but you got a problem with him because well, there's Chinese over there. Well, motherfucker, there's Chinese here. You probably saying that while you eating some egg foo young, you stupid ass nigga. What you having for lunch today? Some sushi? Some linguine with clam sauce? Niggas is so, oh my God, man. Anyway, like I was saying, if anybody watches, if you got Netflix, watch that special with Killer Mike. What damn, I had to Trigger Game. I think that's the name of it. Is that right, Kofi? I think that's the name of it, Trigger Game. Definitely check it out because it just proves a lot of what we're talking about. You know? A lot of what we're talking about. You want to have some black economy here, but you don't control the infrastructure. It's not going to fucking happen. And it makes it doubly difficult to try to have black products when you're competing with Walmart. Not only are you competing with Walmart, you're competing with fucking Amazon. How are you going to compete with that when you don't have a land base? The Chinese, like when you go on eBay, look at what the Chinese are doing on eBay. They're using eBay as a vehicle for them to get paid and get rich. How? Because they have a direct trade with China, direct link. That's how they can get the product so cheaply and outsell people on eBay. They have goods coming over from China. I mean, if you've ordered anything from eBay, you probably got something shipped to you from China. Exactly, man. Isaac K. He said, we live in a country, USA, where every study shows that half of the American population lives on less than 22,000 a year. Half. And you want to talk about African poverty. Like he said, dudes can't afford to live in the USA talking about poverty in Africa. Because it's all about, like I said, it's all about trying to be some intellect. It was like this intellectual hip hop battle. Like that jackass that was in the chat room just a little bit ago. He wasn't paying attention to anything that I was saying, but what he was looking at me like a dude that he has to verse. I got to show that I'm more intelligent to you, so I'm gonna battle you, nigga. That's all it's about. It ain't about listening. It ain't about seeing the reality of the situation that we're in. And we should all be on the same fucking page. I shouldn't have no enemies. What are you gonna be my fucking enemy for? Why should I have a black man that's an enemy to me when I'm saying we need to have our own shit? That makes you my enemy? Then what type of fucking black man are you? Niggas is more interested in debating you than they are in listening and actually coming, but I think that they know. I think that they know. I think they know. I don't think that this is a miscommunication. I think they know exactly what we're talking about. Thank you, Deonte. They know exactly what we're talking about, and they are actively trying to put a fucking turd in the punch bowl. Peace, John. John Thomas says, have to go to work now. Peace out, family. Remember, keep all your mental, emotional, and spiritual energy on creating our own community and eventually a nation state on the motherland. We got to have a piece of territory where we can bring all our people together. We're right now scattered all over the place. So yeah, you have some people who have websites dedicated to showing you black products, but they're not a part of anything. You know what I'm saying? Most of those people are like they're on some miscellaneous website that nobody knows nothing about. Maybe if we can consolidate those people, come into the fucking BAIO. And like I said, it's not like we're getting paid from it. We just trying to bring our people together, bring people of like mind. If you're about this black stuff, why not get together with other people of like mind? It makes no fucking sense to me. But on the other hand, I'm not out here trying to recruit nobody because once we let you know what our principles and guidelines are, you should be down with what the project what we're about. You ask anybody in the BAIO, what's the principles of the BAIO? Land, infrastructure, nationhood. Do you believe in that? Yes or no? Most people who are in this chat room and most people that's on the site heard that message and said, yo, I'm signing up. There wasn't much resistance. There wasn't much. Oh, I don't know this land infrastructure nationhood thing. I don't, can you guys put together like a 20-minute PowerPoint presentation for me, and maybe after I review that and see the graphics and the bar, the pie charts and whatever, I can agree with you that we need land infrastructure nationhood. No, they joined. They joined their local chapter. They reached out to people in their neighborhoods, in their local area. Complex Sense says, I like the BAIO because of the realistic ideas. It's not hard to grasp the idea of land, resources, money, power, and pride. And apparently it is. Not for us, though. Not for us. Angie94565, peace. Every time I see your name, I think about that book that you won, The Art of Systems Thinking. I hope that book helped you because it definitely helped me, Angie. James L411, peace. They're scared, Holip. A lot of us in America don't want to grow or come together. It's sad. Yeah, Yep. Efosa, what's up? I believe that 2019 should be the year we create a LLC and purchase land in a coastal African nation. Money is the only way to get African leaders to listen. Yeah. Yeah, I agree. That is that is the major way. There's other ways. I believe that the problem is, if you want to, like they always say, if you want the right answer, you got to ask the right questions. And the problem with our collective leadership, for lack of a better word, or representatives, is that they don't ask the right question to elicit the right response. There's a lot of one-dimensional thinkers out here who should just step down and get the fuck away from, get out of the way, so that we can actually have some people with some sense talking and representing us. And to be quite honest with you, the youth are the ones who are supposed to be running with the ball right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, the voice of nationhood should not be holipsism. I'm sorry. I'm on my way out. The youth is the one that should be running shit. The youth is the one that should be banging this drum, not me. I mean, I use my channel to express myself because I don't feel that that has any age, or that doesn't have any limit. Everybody has a voice and everybody should express how they feel. And that's how I use my channel. When I'm feeling a certain way, I make a live stream and I express how I feel on a certain topic, and I get to talk to my people. I don't care. You could be 8 to 80 and you should be able to do that. But what I'm talking about is the people that actually are our representatives in terms of our nation. Those should be young people. And the older people can be there. Well, I won't say every older person, but there should be some elders with some sense that can be there as advisors. But this is your world for these young people. This is your time. And y'all don't need to be sitting in the background, you know, listening to other people that's been here for like 40, 50 years. Y'all should be out there taking a baton and running with that shit. I agree. I agree, folks. The numbers are great, but we don't need to wait for 100 million black shit. Nigga, 12. Imagine we have 12 people specializing in different fields going to the continent. Just a 12-person team. I won't say 12-man team. 12-person team. That's all. Have a scientist, engineer, mathematician, physicist, land surveyor, doctor, dentist. Get 12 people that specializes in different fields, all going to the continent. Millions. We don't need millions. Yeah, we can start off small. We're gonna start off small. We just need to pick a territory, but before we can pick a territory, we have to get a team together so they can survey the land, speak with the local officials, speak with the government, be boots on the ground. You know what I'm saying? This is not difficult. You don't need every fucking black person in fucking America to do this shit. We can do it. Technically, we can do it within the BAIO. The thing is, we don't have a financing system yet. So we can't pay people to go to the continent. This Rwanda trip, there's no BAIO fund paying for this shit. I gotta pay for it if I want to go, and anybody else is going got to pay for it out of their pocket. We don't have any funding system yet, and the reason why, and that's not no mistake that we don't have it. We haven't developed that infrastructure for receiving funds yet, because I personally, and the BAIO in general, do not want to take money from black people without full transparency. And there should be um, fund managers, and we should have long-term and short-term goals. Everything's got to be up front. That's my prerequisite. Because if we don't do that, then we're no different than these fucking GoFundMe, Patreon, PayPal people. You know what I'm saying? But I think that's it for me. That's basically one that I wanted to talk about, was this whole concept of the white man being the devil, or the white man being or the white man being the enemy of these so-called Black Power Americans and militant integrationists. I think I've shown just by this conversation that they clearly do not consider white people their enemies. As a matter of fact, white man is your father. He's your daddy here in this country. You're living in his house, and instead of you actually, if your decision is to be in this white man's house and you have no desire to leave it, then you should be the best child that you can be inside of his house. You should be supportive of him. You shouldn't be making any waves in his house. You should be trying to make sure that his house runs properly. But instead, you want to be a rebellious teenager. You want to go out drinking and smoking and whatever and coming home at all types of hours when you're not supposed to, and constantly getting into it with them and being just out of control. But you ain't got no fucking money. They pay all the bills. They take care of the rent. They take care of the food. So you can come in as mad as you are, go into the refrigerator and get some food and get something to eat. New Yorkers, come on, get Nas to contribute to the BAIO. He's worth $1 billion. Hey, somebody knows Nas, send him a link to the BAIO. Be honest, I mean, I'm not really that concerned about his billions. I'm more concerned about him thinking that this is a dope concept and a dope principle. You know what I'm saying? Money is not really the issue right now. We need that groundswell of support. And the only way we're going to get that, they got to be voices other than me and the usual suspects putting out content and putting out posts, putting out live streams, putting out shows. It's got to be somebody else besides us, because our time is up. You young people, your time is now. This is your world right now. Y'all should be running with the globe. Shit, I should have retired. I should have been retired 3 years ago. For real. Only reason why I still do a live stream and a show, because I still have a voice and I still feel the pain of my people, and I have something to say about it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Deonte. And it ain't hard. The problem is, it's not a lot of people sharing this content. They're just not doing it. Let's keep it real. They're not doing it for whatever reason. I think a lot of it is fear. And I can't really necessarily blame them, because like I said at the beginning of this broadcast, and you can listen to the beginning of this when it archives. Oh man. I just saw what he posted did. It totally threw me. That's not your fault, but he says, damn, Holip is right. I'm 21. If we can get Afrikan in 30 years, I'll be 51. Exactly. Exactly. Yep. I was gonna say something. I've totally lost it, but you know what? Fuck it. If it comes back to me, then I'll build on it. But right now, I'm done. Anybody has a question or anything they want me to answer? I'm gonna make sure I block that bitch that was in here about a half an hour ago. MTK King, fucking faggot ass nigga. Not taking it, man. Anybody coming up with any type of resistance to what the BAI was talking about can get the fuck out my face and go to the conscious community and knock yourself out. Go listen to that and just, that circle jerk of bullshit. But you ain't gonna come up in this cipher talking that bullshit. If you ain't interested in what we talking about, get the fuck out the chat. Get out of our cipher. Tell you, I have lost my patience. My patience is done. Yeah, hopefully, like that's the goal, Isaac. If we can get a piece of territory, you know what we're gonna become? We're gonna have a nationality. So whatever that land is called, like we always say, African, for lack of a better term, that's like a what do they call it? A placeholder? Yeah, placeholder name. Doesn't necessarily have to be that. But if we have a land, and let's just say hypothetically that land is called African, then I'd be Afrikstani. I'll have an actual nationality. We don't have to use black anymore. Some vague abstract bullshit. If we have a piece of territory and we name that territory, then that's our nationality. Right now we don't have a nationality. We call ourselves African because African is more a political term. It's not a nationality, it's a political term, meaning that we identify with the African continent. That's all. So all these niggas coming up with this super bullshit. Oh, well, Africa is not the original. Man, shut the fuck up. You go to any airport anywhere in this country and tell them I want a ticket to Akibulan and see where that gets you, you dumbass nigga. These niggas are so smart, they fucking stupid. Yo, can I get a round trip ticket to Kemet? Like what? Go to any airport and try that bullshit and see what happens to you. Dumbass. But anyway, nobody has any questions. I'm out of here. Oh wait, let me check. Okay, nobody has any questions. So yo, thank you all for coming with me. This wasn't gonna be a long live stream. I was trying to keep it like at around an hour anyway. So I did like 12 minutes over. Actually, I did an hour because I came in late. Came in at like 1:10 or something like that. So I did an hour. Ba, 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 ba. Yeah. Peace, everybody. Black Lily at Peoria. Thank you. I'm trying. But like I said, it's the youth time. I'm one of the few people that say that I need to be out of the way. You hardly hear the talking heads say that. Like Boyce Watkins and Roland Martin, they always make it seem as if they are so necessary to what needs to be done. I'm telling you right now, I'm not necessary to nationhood. I'm not. There's people that is a lot smarter than me. There's people that know more shit than me. There's people that's all in STEM, in scientists, technology, engineering, mathematics, doctors, all of this shit who know more than me. I don't know how to build the fucking bridge, nigga. I don't know about waste management. I don't know about any of that shit. But we got enough smart people where if we get together, we can get that shit done. And you don't need me. We need each other collectively, man. It's not about some one person or some dynamic personality or somebody trying to be some leader. That shit is played. We need multiple voices talking about land, infrastructure, nationhood. So you know what? I put it like this. We need so many voices talking about land, infrastructure, nationhood that they don't even know who to attack. See, they can attack if I'm being one of the main voices, they can attack me. They can attack Minister DeWoo. They can attack Kala. They can attack Dynas. They can attack because these are the people that's out there. But if everybody's doing it, they can't attack us. They can't. Nico says, "Peace, bro. I just explained what you're talking about to my woman today. People need to listen and add on to what they know. The problem is they want to know everything and don't nobody know nothing." Yeah, the people that's usually talking the most is the ones who really don't know shit. But Nico, you the future, dude. Fatty Black, the future. Efosa, the future. Y'all the dudes, man. Y'all the dudes. If anything, I can be there and Minister and Kala and the rest of us can be there in an advisory capacity. But this is your game. This is your ball. This is your time. That's why I don't if you notice on my shows, I don't really do a lot of critiquing of whatever the young people like. Even like all this crap about, oh, that ain't real hip hop. Man, get the fuck out of here. Shut the fuck up. Your time is gone. You know what? If you liked hip hop from the 80s and 90s, you can go on YouTube and get all that shit you want to. This is not your time. Let the youth decide what they want to listen to, and they can judge or they can push it forward, backwards, sideways, or however the fuck they're gonna push it. But it's their ball. They got at some point you got to let your kids run with the fucking ball. If you're a parent, what you gonna do? You're gonna keep parenting past 18? You taught them everything that you needed to teach them. Let them run with the fucking ball. And I'm one of those people that ain't got a problem with it. I love it when the young people step up, man. And that's the last thing I say on that. Get these old fucking fogies the fuck out of here who've been out here being the main voices and ain't fucking bust not one goddamn grape. Get them out of here. We need the young people, man. But anyway, I know I said this for like the third, fourth time I said I'm out of here, but I'm actually out of here. I'm gonna get me something to eat. So I love you all, and I will holler at you later, all right? Peace.